Hey guys, welcome back again to Metaphor ReFantazio. When we last left off, we basically have gone face to face with Luis. But with his dirty tricks, he has revealed to not only to us, but to the public that the Elder themselves are not what they think. It seems to us, the revelation was that the Eldan tribe are the last remaining survivors of the old world, as what they would like to call humankind. Obviously, bringing that subject towards the public, the only thing they would think of the humans, which are the creatures who roam dangerously around the entire region, placing us as a creature more than just an actual original race that brought origin to the world and of other tribes. Obviously, we had to go back and only to discover through many ordeals that we ourselves have been the prince this entire time, or more so his soul. And now that the real prince and his will has combined into one, we have manifested ourselves, revealing that we are indeed the true prince that we've been playing around the entirety of the game. And not only that, I have my own suspicion that the lady who is talking to us is none other than the queen herself. And obviously, it seems that past where we need to go now will only let us to uncover more and most likely the truth about this world between the old world and now. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get right into the episode. So yeah, I'm more than ready to continue. I'm very excited where this game is gonna go. So yeah.
Oh, it's you.
Beyond here lies the altar of secret history. Sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Lady Grudy awaits you inside. And also, please kindly refrain from making any loud noises lest you startle the fairies.
Onward. I'm ready. I need to know. Oh, wow. What is this?
Oh wow, it's Galaga. I don't know why, but I'm so happy right now. Come on, Galaga, let's play. What should we do? What should we play? I'm sorry, but I can't play right now. Another time, okay? What do you mean can't? Are you really Galaga? What about though? When you can play, I'll be around.
I need to know.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
No.
Elda comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones.
Oh,
It was an
okay.
alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait, the ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic.
Oh, okay.
Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Huh. Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribe as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elda, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
I see. It means the prince, that is to say, I am a scion of both the old world and the new.
It beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elda.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes.
I see.
The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names. Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Louis' method as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as though that's the natural order. Oh wow. Am I a king? Whoa! Holy shit, that's awesome! His Majesty. Wow, that's awesome! My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the heroic embodiment of the prince. Let's do that. If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There will still be meaning to showing them my convictions in the fights to come. That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
I'm counting on you.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Everything. Tell me about Luis.
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magma is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge. Even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Noor's running animation is... I want to see more though. That's Parapus. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure that's the king and the queen. Oh my god. My mom is hot. Holy damn. But now I want to see the queen. Show me that queen. First of all, I need to see this. I need to see this. Where is it? Holy fuck! That design is sick as fuck! Wow! Holy damn! Look at that! It's like we made ourselves into a heroic embodiment. Like we are a heroic embodiment. I guess we turn ourselves into a hero of the old. Cooperative chase. Support attacks from comrades happen more easily and enemies are stunned more easily in overworld combat. Heroic slash. Heavy physical slash damage to one enemy. Damage boosted against human type monsters. Heroes proving. Oh wow, okay. By 3, holy damn! Radiance. Deals heavy magic like damage to all enemies. Holy damn. Each time a support attack lands in overworld combat. What? Oh, you mean like someone? What? I could do that? Resist all. Wow. Resist all affinity damage other than Almighty. Royal Slash. Physical Almighty damage to one enemy. Damage boosted against human type monsters. Wow, there's a lot. Royal Sword. Okay. Armageddon's final sire. Ah, I see. So I guess everybody else has a like a type of royal archetype, which most likely have their own name to it. Yep, this is Armageddon, all right. Deals 9,999 damage to all enemies. Windblade deals extreme physical wind damage to all enemies. Okay. Blackguard's hammer, fire art. That's like. I just realized a bit of everything. That's literally a bit of everything. Holy damn. Wow. I can't say more. This shit is awesome. Like, but I do want to know. Aha.
Ultimate power.
I guess wait. I may be overthinking it. I may be overthinking it.
Ultimate.
Am I overthinking it? I think I am. Hold no. Hold on. I may be overthinking it. I wish I could, but I need XP for that.
Russell, is everyone safe?
We had no casualties. However, we were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. I could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him.
There was little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance. Any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices.
I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince awakening and came to investigate. I don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please.
Man, I wish I don't have any. Oh man, I want to use it badly.
You need to hurry after the attacker. Are you ready?
Let's go. Oh man.
Stop!
Zorba.
You. Zorba.
So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What do you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
All right. Oh, it's making me use it. The power of your newly earned archetype, Prince, surged forth.
Guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Prince archetype unlocked. Prince is an archetype exclusive to the protagonist. You can now change it out as you wish. It can act as a support for all synthesis skills. It has a unique trait not found in other archetypes, but none of its skills can be transferred.
Take it down and then
Yo, this is fire. A heroic slash.
Here I go.
Who should I beat down first? You better be ready. How's this?
By the let justice prevail. I stand waiting.
So what weapon I use?
Maybe not. We'll do this together.
Grants me the power of the royal sword. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Let's do this.
Holy fuck, that's badass.
It's up to you now.
Sharpen the code. I destroyed it. I pray that did something.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Observe. Oh, power of heroes. Attack.
Thank you. I will fight. Let's set it up.
Now I think I'm just gonna do it again.
Here it comes. How's this?
Oh my god. That's badass. I'm not gonna lie. That is absolutely amazing. Wind God's Gale.
Not bad, if I say so myself. I shall rise to the occasion.
I continue to grow.
Oh, but it's definitely gonna take a while to level up.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible. But don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Here's our prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. But we don't believe things can change. It never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Let us fight together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
That's oh my god. We lost too many lives along this journey. And if Luis has his way with the world, such partings would become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
That's optimistic. I hope you'll sing a victory song.
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
I will.
Yes, I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the gauntlet runner for today, and advance to the royal capital to...
Sorry about that, Hulkenberg.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise.
Likewise. I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Having overcome her trial, I can sense newfound conviction from Galaga as both an ally and a friend. Finally!
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee.
Yes!
By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us.
Yes.
And I'm gonna lead the way.
Yes, we get another extra turn Yes! Yes! I've been waiting for this moment so long. Oh, I need to see the designs and that shit. Oh my god, Elemental Master and Warlock. Holy damn. I need to see that shit.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
This is the magic of music that Gallica cast for me once. Now that I think about it, may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
This book is the legacy of my parents. The late king of Uchronia and the queen of the Eldan Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't a mere fantasy, but the ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical.
Ha! The name of the game!
There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
Then true utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell into ruin and was destroyed by war. So this book traces the trajectory of the old world. Are these truly the ideals we're striving for? It seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Cruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, but little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power.
Okay, so I even see why Luis has, I guess, maybe attacked the king. I guess for more personal reasons.
With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become a reality. And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Discussing the novel and our deals with Gallica, I closed my eyes. More! You gotta tell me! Academia, it seems that I've been summoned by more in my dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny.
I have now a huge theory.
As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety, and archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? I'm not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
It is more most likely be the like his. I'm pretty sure more is the king. It has to be.
I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
My conscience faded away and I was sent back to my sleep. I'm reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Moore visited the ancient Eldan sanctum?
Time marches on.
Because he is the king. Oh, that's cute. I'm pretty sure my theory. I've been having this theory recently right now.
Okay, all our preparations are just.
Is that he's the king?
Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
I'm pretty sure Moore's the king. It's just that, you know, he's younger voice, so he's younger himself. So I wonder if I'm pretty sure back then when he met the queen, he was young. They both had their own fair share of ideology. It just everything matches. But how are we getting to more? Like, I'm pretty sure his soul is trapped in there. So that only means that where he is right now is at that elevated castle.
All this royalty? I always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Don't get reckless out there.
Stand strong to the
We
end.
can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in my eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Some coin would be Some coin would be nice. I don't care for honor. To protect my
I want
country
to
and
protect
its
this
people.
country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Off we go then. To Grand Trad, which
Let's move.
You see?
I doubt all in Grand Trad will give us a warm reception. Still, should we choose not to fight, then Louis' victims only pile higher. Easy to say will help anyone, but doing it's a whole another thing. All the more reason we got to prove what we're serious about putting our lives on the line.
We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom.
Please let me read. I need to get my wisdom.
After having made so many sacrifices,
Thank you.
The group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Eldan boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
What, trust us? I don't think they would. Still reading the book, eh, Louise?
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Eldan village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Well, that's just reassuring. Alright, let's continue.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'll just say.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You've seen Count Luis lie to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
Oh, he does have a point.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oh, he knows.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
He has the same horns. It has to be. This is more. Most likely his name is more Hythlotheus the Fifth.
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin.
What?
In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Wait.
Thou art Elda.
He's an
You're
Elda.
not always blind to this country's
I mean,
rot. When you visited our sanctum,
he's pure Elda. That's what I was to say.
passion in your heart.
I mean, we did know that he had to be part of the Elden, you know, part to be, you know, in the Elda village, but he's actually pure Elda.
And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Wow, this throne room is absolutely insane.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe.
Let me get my wisdom off.
descends
Come
again
on.
from the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop. What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Before I continue, I can see there, I had a recording issue, and it seemed that it has affected just this small part. I have noticed it because of the software I'm using and stuff. That definitely was telling me something this time, and I was gladly to retrace my steps to come back to this moment. And it seems everything so far is a-okay, so I wanted to make things sure that everything is fine before I proceed, so trying to make it as good as I can. So obviously there will be a point until a certain point that I'm completely new, because I'm trying to make this as fairly blind as possible, so you guys get to see my reaction. I'm about to sneeze, and it's just a second. I'm sorry.
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back!
No.
Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Louis said! You're not fool us again, beast!
Oi! Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a parapus like you, and you spit on him. Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
All that's been, to be honest, I think the real antagonist here has been Forden. With the whole thing that he wanted to, it's just looking at it, it's like, it's just all Forden's fault. Would Luis be a different person if the burning in the village was something else? It didn't happen at all? Would Luis still be the man he is today?
Lady Juno, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame! Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions, and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out. You need to run! Now!
What can you do for us?
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. Yeah, I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Oh, we see a Denny there. We're just heading back to the Gauntlet Run, and it seems like the city has calmed down, at least a tiny bit. They have a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but we still shouldn't chase it. We should make our way to the hushed honeybee. Everyone else has already gone ahead. Right. Melancholize red skies. Okay. So that is a thing. The riots and numerous outbreaks of humans have induced such anxiety in the people that their resulting magla has seeped into the atmosphere, causing the sky to enter a state of magical disarray. The turbulent weather exacerbates people's anxiety, which in turn causes inclement weather with an ominously colored overcast sky, hidden by unique magla-laden clouds that are distinct from typical bad weather. Aha. Oh wow, I see that.
This is the only one left. All right, isn't it? Smash it all to bits.
Let's move. We've cleared everyone out. Let us hurry inside.
Smash it all to bits.
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luisa's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right? Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on?
But you're still you, yes?
Maria.
You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
That's right.
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky. Is that because...
Most likely.
Don't know, but the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing it, that means we might still have a chance to fix it.
What Luis is doing in the royal palace, whether or not he truly desires a world overrun by humans, we won't know his mind until we confront him.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There must be something up
there. Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
If Luis is behind all these disturbances, stopping him will only help us in the approval ratings. If we can restore civility and rational thought, will pave the way to defeat Luis. We must press on with faith in that.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O king.
'Tis too late today for a grand charge, I fear. Let us take a night's rest, and on the morrow we make for the castle.
What to pick?
Is it direct towards the castle? Or just save it here just in case? There's only one way to find out.
Oh, it's
No matter what happens, it's still you to me, mister. I'm going to keep cheering you on forever. Curious Fairy, what are you doing here? I don't really want to be around the people outside because they were so weird lately. The people in here feel nice and warm though. I wonder why. It's like there's this optimism in here. It's gotten stronger since you came in. Actually, I can feel people's heart unwinding. Pretty amazing. What kind of magic is that? I wish the people outside were like this. Just like that they were gone.
You.
Who would have believed you were His Highness, the actual prince? I apologize for the less than royal accommodations, but try to have a good rest regardless. No matter what I say, the people in Gradchad are going to look down on you. It's times like these where your actions will speak louder than words. When they see you stand up to Louise, it'll be plain who's in the right. There's something foul in the air in Gradchad. Everyone seems so anxious. Those who oppose us do so with fever. But there are also those who believe in us. We must press on.
Oh, hell.
Everyone is filled with so much anxiety. Now they don't know what to do. The public sentiment is very volatile at times like this. There's still a way to win. It's so different from when you were last in Gradchad. Everyone's staring at you with such disdain in their eyes. We must remember you still got people on your side. Phantom, let's just do what we can.
Your Highness.
And so His Highness returns to the royal capital in triumph and glory. In truth, I'd liked to welcome him back with a grand feast. Well, the day shall come when the people too celebrate you in grand fashion. My spear is ever ready to ensure that day comes.
honestly.
First you were Louis' subordinate, then a false prince, and now you've awakened as his true highness. None have walked so strange a path as you. And after all this, you still mean to be king.
Come on.
Some turnaround, eh? Last time we were here, people were falling over themselves to welcome you. Now, the only thing I see is in their eyes is fear. Damn it, people. Even if Fanta turned into a monster, Louise is the one making him. That's a fair bit scary if you ask me. I like your thinking, Basilia.
Good night.
I wonder.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
I see.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
this voice?
Soon, naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a spectacle, but I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls. Good thing we've got a Skyrunner, or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
But it's Luis who has the most support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
True enough. That's what got Ardell and I dreaming to begin with. Figured a world where the poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Maybe hope.
Hope.
A little broad, don't you think? I don't really know what everyone's talking about, but everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy. Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so cool.
A fair point. You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps it is a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe exists. We must prove that it does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
Luis claims victory. Everyone will be sacrificed in his wake. We have to prevent that from happening. Whatever Luis is doing in the royal palace has to be stopped as soon as possible. It's up to us to do that.
Great, thank you. Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The king's deadline was the dawn of the day of the hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least 1 day to spare before the day of the hero.
We've got a few days left, so it's up to you how we spend them. When we set off, let's do it with no regrets.
All right.
So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis. That's...
So everywhere is dread. How do we get to Milo? Still with that quest.
Hold on.
This place.
We'll face danger here.
Some of this dread, but some of it has blight.
Which one? And there's a campground.
I wonder if that's what's gonna make like, oh, you know this? Yeah, this makes them like super strong.
Let's put an end to this.
No, my deadline's on the 25th? Oh, okay, never mind. Alright. Stop the Archmage Luis, Pinnacle of Evil. A mission with a deadline has begun. To challenge the Airborne Palace, depart from the round table in the Gauntlet Runner. Due to mega disturbance throughout the kingdom, the entire country is experiencing dread weather. If that wasn't bad enough, be cautious of an inclement weather called blight. The ability of your followers and their support will be indispensable when it comes to surpassing Luis and being crowned the new king. Use this time to ensure you'll have no regrets when you depart. Prevent Luis' destructive vision and rescue the kingdom's future before the day of the hero arrives.
So?
The Royal Palace. You need to be absolutely sure that you're ready for anything before we head in. That place has definitely changed from the last time you were there.
Alright then.
So that means... Yay! No, Yufa, don't you dare do this on me. Oh! You can't do this to me! How dare you? Oh, but obviously I can finish up the rest of them, so I'm pretty sure... So I've calculated exactly what my, required days. So there's 20 ranks in total right now that I need to complete. Obviously I counted every single one, like 20 ranks. And obviously there's some characters that hang out during the daytime and some of them during the nighttime. So if my calculations are correct, I have a value of 10 ranks, 10 total ranks that I can spend on daytime with certain characters and another 10 at nighttime. We're most likely going to be continuing off this next episode. I think this is the perfect moment to end the episode right here. I'm excited.
What now?
Oh my god. I just can't wait. Yes, please. Oh my god. I think the protagonist has gone hotter. Is it just me? My protagonist has gone hotter. I mean, come on. He can't say no to me. I think the silver hair, just kind of like, oh damn. And obviously, the prince archetype. Look at this menace. Luis is not ready for this. I mean, look at this. It's absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. Oh, damn. And I definitely am quite more intrigued now to see the rest of my crew with the royal archetypes. So I wonder if...
Ultimate
Huh. Oh, obviously, before we end the episode. Oh, wow. That looks amazing. Elemental Master. Definitely am. This, oh, damn, this is awesome. Definitely checking the rest. Cool colors. I like the colors. I'm definitely digging the red one. The white and red. Damn, this is actually like mage outfit. I like it. That even more.
The green one as well. It's like they're like different elemental mages. Yufa controls the wind. Juna controls earth. He controls light. She controls fire, lightning. I control almighty. He controls dark. Sort of thing and that kind of stuff. I need to see this. I need to see this. Wow, what is this? Oh my god, that looks sick. Even the other colors. Damn. Definitely digging this. Glad we got this unlocked now. I've been waiting for this moment. Definitely been waiting for this moment. Yeah, that's interesting coloring. Oh, look at that. This is sick. So yeah, it has both magic recovery, so not too big deal there. So yeah, wizard and assassin are the ones that recommended there. Some I'm gonna have to focus on doing their own, you know, bonds and that kind of stuff. But I think, like I said, I'm definitely going to continue this next episode. Definitely I'm going to prioritize on finish up the bonds. Most likely there's some quest if I just check around. Like you see there's like more quests. Like there's a bunch of quests everywhere. And obviously there's some I need to finish as well.
Alright then.
But I'm pretty sure they're like absolutely everywhere. If I go here, for example, oh, just in Grand Trad. Is that what's going on?
All right then. Where to?
Port Fryhaven. Okay, there is everywhere. Okay. Most likely there will be bounties as well, so we might actually do all that. Definitely gonna have to spend my time wisely, because even though I got like 10 ranks, which is equivalent to 20 ranks, which is equivalent to most likely 10 specific days. So if I use my time wisely, it should only take me 10 days to fully max my bonds, because like I said, the equivalent of my 20 ranks is equivalent to 10 days. So I have 20 days to spare if I have to. Now obviously I just gotta check what quest I have. Shut up.
What now?
Anyways, I'm not gonna dwell on that much longer, because again, that's something we're gonna have to sort out in the next episode. So yeah, the end is nigh. We only have 30 days left until we get to Luis. Most likely the place that we most likely gonna farm a last bit, or should we have other places to go? So there's no rush there either. And yeah, we're closer to beating the game. And yeah, let's see what happens. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll definitely see you guys on to the next episode. But until then, peace out.